What in the blue blazes just went down in this episode? Okay, so, guys, welcome to episode 8 of Rokudenashi Akashic Records, or just Akashic Records as I usually like to call it. And by God, I did not expect things to develop out this way. I mean, sure, there were signs of some instability with Rio and, some kind of conflict, but I didn't think it would escalate to Glenn getting basically nearly killed, Rio breaking into and taking Rumia, the whole organization angle being present on this damn island. They're everywhere, I swear. But yeah, I really didn't expect the things to occur this episode to really did occur. So this episode is in stark contrast to the previous episode's happy-go-lucky, beach-esque episode with a lot of comedy, a lot of character interactions that's more positive. And of course that was kind of the little downer thing that happened at the end of the previous episode at the end. But this episode just went full blast into that, just taking, the happy atmosphere from the last episode and just destroying it with serious dark tones. Like, I did not expect Glenn or Rio for that matter to just break like that. And obviously that dead guy who's supposed to be brother is obviously using some kind of appearance magic that Glenn used, remember, back in the tournament arc when he pretended to be Rumia, of course. So of course she got easily tricked by that. Of course the crazy maid chick pops up again to basically deal with Albert while Rio gets away with capturing Rumia, and he does show up again being the main player he is to try and save Glenn Radar's life with Sistine. Now, oh my God, this episode had me on the edge. I did not expect, I don't know, I'm repeating myself here, but I did not expect things to turn out this way. So yes, indeed, this episode did confirm that the organization is probably working on revival magic, of course, and that Rumia is has the ability to use original magic, and that she's a key cornerstone to their plan, or they just want to do either want to kill her or control her for their own purposes. Case in point, helping them with their revival plan. She does indeed have she's able to use the original magic that was mentioned in this episode. So yeah, of course, they're gonna revive Glenn, but the seriousness and tone of this episode is the sharp contrast with the past one, with the previous episode. So it just got me on the edge. The character developments, everything breaking apart, and just the hit shock of reality that Sistine, even though she trained with Glenn, for some military magic, she basically, it takes training and guts to be able to, attack another living person with intent to kill or harm. Even in case in point in real life, unless you're a deranged psychopath or you just have some issues and you fly into a fit of rage, and that's what we see on the news. But yeah, this episode just really blew me away with its pacing, its action, its tense story development. It just got me on the end of my seat. End of the episode was over like in a couple minutes for me. Like, when it was over, I was just like, no way, that did not just end. That was too short. And I checked full length of the episode, it's already been done. I'm just sitting here just speechless after what happened and just extremely excited. I mean, I think this is kind of similar to what happened in Chaos Child, when Yui was, kind of spoiler alert, was written off the show in a very horrendous way. But yeah, this episode just set my expectations for the series pretty high. It was a pretty shocking turn of events. I really didn't expect it to go down that way. And the fact that I thought Glenn was killed off for real, they might revive him with the life magic that they find in the in the facility, because obviously the organization has to be researching it, because why else would they be on that damn fucking island? But they're reviving him with a special type of white magic that Sistine and Albert are going to do together. Sistine is going to perform CPR to keep Glenn alive, while Albert prepares a ritual, and it's just intense, all fun. Some of the stuff is kind of predictable. Glenn is obviously gonna come back next episode, or if he does come back, he's gonna be seriously impaired, maybe. But the thing is that the twists and turns in this anime is pretty hard to comprehend, and when you do kind of expect it, sometimes what happens there kind of defies what your expectations are and completely blows it away. So of course, I always come into the mindset of anime, usually with a low mindset, it's like, oh, I'm not expecting too much good things. I've been disappointed by overblown hyped animes in the past, before I started doing reviews, so I've been a bit more on the cautious side. So when I have that cautious side on and I see something that completely blows what I expect out of the water, then it's easy for me to become hype and all of that. So that's just my opinion on the episode and what my stance with how I watch anime. But that's about the end of my review for this episode 8 of Akashic Records. What do you guys think of the episode? Did the twists and turns and the stuff that occurred in this episode shock you and just have you on the edge of your seat like I did? Leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll try to get down to you as fast as I can. I'm raiyamo. I'll be seeing you on the next video, and I'm so excited. Next episode, Suka Suka. raiyamo here. See you on the next video. I'm out. See ya.